Angel Reese needs to be better at basketball. I'm not talking about as a person. I'm not talking about as a podcaster. I'm not talking about at the Met Gala. She needs to be better.
It wasn't simply a poor game for Angel Reese. On live TV, she had a professional crisis. 8 bricks, 0 buckets, and the WNBA's worst plus-minus. Even the fans are no longer angry. They're just worn out. I'm fed up with the ego, hype, and missed layups. And Caitlin Clark is out here transforming the whole league into her playground as she's out there looking lost in the paint. She's generating billion-dollar figures for a rookie. Everything. More money, more admirers. This isn't a competition. This is a reminder of reality. Stay put. We're dissecting Angel Reese's transition from the next great thing to merely passing the ball. And the reason Caitlin Clark is not only winning, but also altering the rules. Angel Reese had an immediate impact after joining the WNBA. Every motion she made was captured on camera. She was a subject of constant media attention. She demonstrated that she wasn't simply here to play with her self-assured tunnel stroll and her audacious post-game soundbites. She was in charge here. Why not? She had a national title under her belt, a collegiate background, huge no contract, and a swagger that made people take notice whenever she took the court. Before she even wore a Chicago Sky jersey, she was already a household name.
Is your star? This is who the media claims is elevating the WNBA. This is who the media has spent the last year wasting time trying to convince us that Angel Reese is responsible for elevating the dump. The same Angel Reese that could not sell out home games when she was at LSU. The same Angel Reese that struggled to sell tickets last year with the Chicago Bravado. The same Angel Reese that could not give away free tickets to her immaculate homecoming a couple of weeks ago at LSU. You're trying to convince me she is responsible for the growth of the WNBA?
The problem with professionals, however, is this. They are indifferent to hype. You are either exposed or you appear. Additionally, Angel Reese is now being severely exposed. Reese's most recent trip included a stat line so agonizing that it almost caused the internet to crash. From the field, it's 0 for 8. Just 12 rebounds, 2 points. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Her own missed shots accounted for 8 of them. It's not hustling. Recycling is what it is. It is not domination if you are repeatedly rebounding your own misses. Despair.
An embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment.
Let's dissect it as if we were in a movie theater. She grabs the board, attempts again, misses, is blocked, and gets smacked. It seemed more like a highlight package than a blooper clip. I have a question for you. If most of your rebounds are just dovers from your own errors, what sort of effect are you making? The squad is not benefiting from that. Turning belongings into jokes is what it is. Look, struggling is one thing. Everybody has evenings off. It's not simply a bad night, however. There is a trend here, and it may be time to halt, think, and return to the fundamentals when your most productive statistic is cleaning up your own mess. This problem isn't limited to basketball. The problem is fan-based. In record time, Chicago Sky supporters went from feeling optimistic to feeling pessimistic. When redrafted, there was a lot of enthusiasm. People believed that the next great thing was on the horizon. Rather, they have one eye open while they watch sports. Online sarcasm is at an all-time high. I tried to buy an Angel Reese jersey, but I couldn't get it in the basket. One fan said.
When it comes to the beef between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, let this fact sink in. If Reese didn't miss her layups and become a rebound merchant, she would get a lot less criticism. This rivalry would also be a lot better because the two could compete. And
although violent, it captures the emotions of its supporters. They're worn out. They're annoyed. They're upset. Benchmarking is being demanded by some. Others are interested in trading. Additionally, many people have just stopped watching. So, let me ask you a question. How much longer are you prepared to wait if you're a lover of the Chicago Sky? Which would you prefer, seeing your team lose game after game, or watching a young player figure it out on the spot? It takes more than simply effort to play basketball. The key is execution. Reese is now failing in both areas. She isn't getting layups. Her shots are being forced, disregarding teammates who are clearly visible. She had almost no court vision. On the periphery, For players are flailing their arms as if they were attempting to make an aircraft land. Ree continues to force her way into double teams. Let's not even sugarcoat the defense. Her rotations are sluggish. Shots don't bother her. She jogs back like she's going for a Sunday walk after being blasted by on a car. It's uninspired and lazy. It's also unacceptable. The excuses must end at some time. It's not the referees. It's coaching. The system isn't the issue. Her.
Sparks, great, USC basketball star. She told the truth to Angel Reese face to face. Kind of embarrassing for Angel Reese, but she told her, like, you know what I'm looking forward to this offseason? You improving your layups. Let's watch the clip.
Going into my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups.
Since Caitlin Clark is not just in the league, but also its leader, let's include her in the discussion. Clark is referenced with Serena Williams, Michael Jordan, and Tiger Woods on social media, while Angel Reese is being ridiculed. It's earned. It's not simply hype. This material is at the legacy level. The most outrageous aspect is that she is just in her second season.
What's going on right now in women's basketball? Caitlin Clark is a meteor streaking across the night sky. Whatever you think about her, she is bringing a level of attention that has never existed in the history of women's professional basketball. In so doing, she's not dissimilar to Tiger Woods and what he did to the world of golf.
Clark didn't just meet expectations last year, she surpassed them in every possible way. She was responsible for 26.5% of the WNBA's total revenue. Just think about that for a moment. One player generating over a quarter of the league's entire business impact. Caitlin Clark is now at the heart of ticket sales, TV ratings, jersey sales, media coverage, and overall revenue. Star power like that isn't normal, it's transformational. She's changing the game. Wherever she plays, arenas are packed. National broadcasts featuring her draw record-breaking viewership. Her jerseys sell out within hours. Like a Fortune 500 CEO, she's boosting franchise values and propelling the WNBA into mainstream national attention like never before. On the other hand, Reese is still struggling to improve her shooting percentage, while Clark is steadily raising the bar for the entire league. Reese continues to be a popular figure, but often more for missed layups or misplays than for clutch performances or game-winning moments. If there's a rivalry, it mostly lives in court filings, online debates, and public opinion, not on the hardwood. Clark is simply operating on another level. So the real question is this: are we witnessing a true rivalry or a masterclass in progress, while the other player is still trying to grasp the fundamentals?
All part of the myth that I'm supposed to believe that Angel Reese is some great player, that she's the rival of Caitlin Clark, and that Indiana Fever fans taunted her with racial taunts, and people are actually believing it, buying it, and selling it. It's all a myth and a lie, and you have to be a part of some religious cult to actually believe that Angel Reese is some sort of effective, big-time basketball super.
Reese needs to rise to the occasion, and fast. This is no longer just about potential or presence. It's about performance and impact. Right now, she's not the co-star of a story. She's barely part of the frame. Her presence, once hyped and heavily followed, is fading into the background, while Caitlin Clark continues to command the spotlight with poise, precision, and undeniable star power. At times, Reese appears less like a rival and more like a background figure in someone else's highlight reel. Meanwhile, Clark is not just putting up numbers, she's rewriting the script night after night. And this isn't only about making baskets or leading stat lines. It's about something deeper. It's about emotional intelligence, leadership under pressure, situational awareness, and the ability to elevate not only your game but your entire organization. Caitlin Clark is doing what few athletes ever achieve. She's taking command of a culture, shifting public perception, and rebranding an entire league through her excellence and influence. She is leading by example, inspiring a generation, and proving that greatness is more than talent. It's the ability to carry the weight of expectation and still deliver magic. She is transforming not just how the game is played, but how it's seen, sold, and celebrated. With every sold-out arena, every sold-out jersey, and every record-breaking broadcast, Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's building a legacy. And as the WNBA grows in value, visibility, and relevance, much of that momentum can be traced back to one player who understood the moment and rose far above it.